How's it going, everyone, and welcome back. Yes, that's right, I'm back finally, and I'm bringing some FIFA 17 content for you today. Now, if you follow me over on my FIFA 16 content that I took out a little bit, we did a series with Portsmouth of career mode over the years. We're back with a new career mode and some new series, so be sure to drop a like, and if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe to keep up with the FIFA 17 series. There's going to be 3 series on my channel this year. I'm not going to spoil what they're going to be, but as you can probably see on screen now and behind you, we're going to be starting a new career mode today. Now, just to let you know, we've made some improvements to the setup from last year, which means I could bring you live commentary, and there's also a little bit of a face cam as well. A little bit cheeky. It's not the best of qualities, but I hope you guys are going to be able to live with it. Now, also, I want your feedback. I was using a Snowball, which I have right here, to record audio last year. The webcam I have at the moment records, has an inbuilt microphone, so I'm using that output for now. I want to know what you guys think. The software I'm using to record the webcam, I could just switch it up easily. So yeah, let me know if you prefer the webcam audio or the Snowball audio. I've noticed the Snowball going a little bit wrong towards the end of my videos last year on FIFA 16. That's why I've switched it up to this one to try and get a nice quality as possible. But if you prefer the Snowball quality, do let me know. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Let's jump into today's video. So as I said, guys, we are back and we're going to be starting a brand new career mode today. It's going to be a manager career mode. Now we have, because obviously I play FIFA 16 career mode quite a lot, I play career mode on FIFA quite a lot, we have a few things we can do. We can increase our transfer budget by 60%. Now, we're not going to be doing a League 2 side this time, a little bit of spoilers, we're going to be taking on a Championship side. And I don't feel like we're going to use the 60% increase just because I don't want to make it too easy. So I hope you guys are okay with that, and Global Transfer Network, to be quite honest, well, we'll use that because it does help in the long run. So as I said, we are going to be picking up a Championship side this time round. Now, it's going to be a choice of 5 that I've been thinking about. Basically, to add to the feeling and the sort of reality of the whole thing, I wanted to use a team that had a stadium, and I wanted to do Championship team. So that leaves us with 5 choices. We've got the likes of Villa, who, whilst Villa might be a great one to do, to be quite honest, I'm not a huge Villa fan, and I don't want to upset anyone. I'm not going to slate any of these teams while I go through it. But, you know, they're struggling at the minute. I just don't want to get involved, to be quite honest. So we're not going to be Villa. Which means the other teams we have, well, there's a Newcastle, because obviously they've just been relegated. They got to St James's Park is obviously on the game, and Newcastle have been around for a while. There's probably another good team to do, but back in like FIFA 10, FIFA 11, I did my own Newcastle. So, you know, I don't want to be doing that. And another team is Norwich. Perfectly reasonable choice, but I just don't like Norwich. You know, I'm going to be blunt, and I'm sorry again, but Norwich, just a club I don't like. So, you know what, we're not going to go with Norwich. QPR as well, another good team that we could possibly do, but again, back in, I think it was before Newcastle, I also did a QPR season, so been there, done that. And yet that just leaves basically one of the team that we could be, which I skipped past earlier. We are going to be Fulham. Now, you're probably thinking, well, Fulham are in worse state than all those other teams I've just said. Yes, they are, but if you remember in about 2008, I believe they made the final of the Europa League. Don't know what happened to them after that, but it's definitely gone downhill since then. And now they're struggling even in the Championship. But we're going to be taking over Fulham. Fratton Park is going to be our home for the year. I hope you guys are excited for that. So Fulham, established in 1879, founded in 1879, Fulham is currently based in London. They currently compete in the EFL Championship, the second highest tier in the Football League Stadium. We're going to start with a transfer budget of 3.7 million, which is not too shabby, I suppose, and a club worth is 20.4 million. Located in London, and some nice white and red away kits. Very different to what I remember them as. Now, this year, FIFA 17, you guys probably know by now, there's a lot more board expectations. We've got domestic success, which is high, continental success, which is very low at the moment, thank you. Brand exposure, that's also quite low, but generally quite easy on career mode. Financial, it's going to be high, that's definitely important. I know Fulham, I think they do struggle a little bit with money at the moment, and youth development is high, but God, the youth development is something I've never gone with. Now, some more new changes here to career mode this year is we get to select our avatar first and foremost. And there's some decent choices to go out there. I have to say they look better here than they do in the actual game. Don't know if you guys have established that or noticed that. So I'm going to go with this guy because he looks pretty cool. And we're going to be a suit manager. It's just how I like to be. So we're going to stick with him. So we're going to quickly stick in my name. I'll stick in my actual name for you guys, just to keep it nice and simple. Now, got a new setup running here, just hope everything is running smoothly, but it does seem to be, so that's all good. I hope you like the webcam as well, by the way, guys. I know it's only 30 FPS, but you know what, we have to go with it for now. So we're going to be an English manager, which is all good news. Now, I'm a bit of a career mode, I wouldn't say legend, but I've played career mode constantly since FIFA first really came out. So for the past couple of seasons, I've been up and together, and I'm used to now playing on legendary. I'm going to stick with legendary for now. Because it'll probably be a little bit harder. If it is a little bit harder, then we're going to switch it down to world class. But I don't want to make it easy to start with and then struggle after, because it just seems like you're declining. I want to be able to improve. So if we struggle, then we're going to switch it off. So we're going to drop it down to world class, and we're going to go 5 minutes and a half for you guys. Of course, we're going to go Sterling. Now, have I been misled here? And Craven Cottage is not on the game. Even though I was told it was, and it's just thrown the whole thing out. Okay. Well, that begs for an interesting series. Hey guys, that's my bad. I probably should have looked at that first. But I was reading it before, and it said that the Fulham Stadium was on the game. I'm very sort of disappointed with that. It's a bit annoying. We're going to go with Crow Lane, and we're going to call it Craven Cottage. The reason I don't like doing that is because other teams play here, obviously, and you know, it's just not cool. So now, bear with me. I know it's fine. I was just checking I was spelling it right, and I wasn't being a complete idiot. But Craven Cottage, it has a capacity of about 25,000. So you know what, we're good with the 24,000. It works for me. A little bit annoying, but. Apply exit, but you know, that's my bad. I thought the thing was on the game. We're going to download the latest European we're going to put this on really quickly, and we'll put it with that's not what I wanted to do, and we'll have it with seeded teams, just so we don't get involved first season. Probably won't get involved second season or first season. Now, usually I will disable the first summer transfer window, just because players have already moved in that window, and obviously it's already on the game, and you know, I don't like to do it. But I'm going to leave it off for the purpose of this story, I suppose. So I'm not going to disable the first transfer window, is what I'm trying to say. Now, how this series is going to work, guys, is we're going to be playing roughly 4 games an episode, depending on time limitations or anything like that. Hopefully 4 games per episode is what I'm going to do. During pre-season, because we are going to be entering the tournament, we're going to shorten the highlights down to probably just the goals, because no one really cares, to be quite honest. But I want to do it because I want to try and get some money so we can branch out in the transfer window, and you know, in January it's going to be particularly important. Now, I've got a couple of names on the list already that I'm looking at signing. I don't want to sign too many players. I'm only probably going to sign 1 or maybe 2 players in this transfer window, just because the whole reasons I said earlier. So it means we're not going to be making any big signings or important signings until January. So across the course of the series, guys, if you want to drop me some comments as we go along, let me know who you think I should sign, who would be a good player to bring into Fulham, because obviously our target for this season is to get promoted to the Premier League, and that means next season we're going to be struggling if we are in the Premier League and we haven't signed any decent players. So there's probably not going to be too many games in this episode, just because we're going to go through the whole rigmarole. We're going to look at the squad, we're going to sort out some transfers, and we're going to kick some pre-season off. So it'll be a little bit maybe of a shorter episode, although I have actually been talking for like 10 minutes, but there you go. Alright, so pre-season tournament invites. Congratulations, Sam Baker. Fulham have been invited to participate in a pre-season friendly tournament. This is a great opportunity, blah, blah, blah. We are going to go with, now usually you go with the highest one, although, to be fair, it's one of the easiest ones, and you get the most prize money, so we're just going to roll with it. Not really sure who's getting involved, but we've got Toulouse in there, I think. Is it potentially Basel who are in there as well? I'm not too sure. Either way, I was totally wrong. It wasn't Basel, it was Mallorca. We all make mistakes, eh? But we're going to kick things off. European International Cup is just, transfer market, don't really care. Vision and expectations, we've already really flicked through that. I'm not going to go into it too much detail again. The scout has arrived, and Jordan Edwards, the scout, is introducing himself. Perfect. We currently have a popularity rating of 80. Let's try and keep that up. So I want to really kick things off. We're gonna let the scouts kind of do their own thing for now, and we're going to reconsider everything in January. There's Will Griggers. a potential target for us, but he's not really who I'm interested in at the moment. So, in fact, before we do that, just so I don't start splashing out on all the wrong reasons, we're going to quickly flick to... in fact, we're going to flick to transfers again, and we're going to go to sell players. And we're going to have a quick look at our squad. We've got a couple of people who are loaned out. Goalkeepers, we've got 4 goalkeepers. We don't need them, but you know, I'm going to keep all 4 of them for now, just because I don't know who's good and who's not good. I'm assuming like Button is kind of a #1 guy, but Bettolini also looks quite good. Gironin, who's quite young, also looks quite good. I'm not going to go into the squad too much. You can see it here. Feel free to pause the video and flick through it yourself. I just want to have a quick flick through. There's no real players that I recognise from back in the day. Obviously, we should have... is that Lucas Piazon? It is Lucas Piazon. We've got him in on a short loan, which is going to be super, super helpful. Not quite sure where he's come from, but only 22 years old. He's a solid player, Lucas Piazon. So he might be one who we can keep hold of. We've got Scotty Parker here, 74 rated. Probably our highest rated in the team, but unfortunately he is now 35 years old. Never really quite made it for England, which was a shame, but such a great player, a legend in the club as well. But maybe if we get promoted, he'll be able to stick around for one more season in the Premier League, but who knows. We've got Tom Kearney. He's a solid right back. Larnell Cole. Aluko. Is that Sone Aluko? That's a solid player there at centre forward. So, because I was looking at... We've also got Matt Smith. He's a solid player as well. Walker, Woodrow. We've got quite a few strikers, but I'm not going to sell anyone at the minute because I want to use the whole team. But the player I wanted to sign was a striker. Now, this might be a mistake because we do appear to have a good depth of strikers, but I think the more the better, especially in a tough league like this. And the person I want to sign, if I can spell his name right, which I can't, so we're not going to do it like that. We're going to go like this. You've probably figured out who I'm looking for. We're going to go to the Premier League. We're going to go to Manchester City, and we're going to look at their attackers, and there he is, Kelechi Iheanacho. Yeah, no chance I was ever going to be able to do that. Now, I'm going to scout him, and I'm going to add him to the shortlist. I'm going to inquire, but then I'm also going to stick in a loan, because like we know from the Portsmouth career mode, these 2-year loan deals that you can now do is really great. If you can pick up a player like this, if you're a lower league club and you don't have a lot of money, because his salary is 61k, I can't afford that, I've just realised, which means I don't think I'm actually going to be able to do his loan. Let's see, I don't think I can, especially for 2 years. Can I right, well I can, but I think it's going to complain at me in a moment. But we're going to see if they accept the loan anyway. And if they don't, we might have to play around with the transfer budget, which is why the loan deals are really good, because you don't have to spend any money and you can force that into your wage budget. Wow, he's on 60,000, that's ridiculous. We might not be able to bring him to the club. We're going to get some training sessions going in a minute, but we're just going to advance to the first game first of all. And they've accepted our loan deal here. Now, more importantly, they want 14.5 million from him, which we are never, ever, ever going to afford until we get promoted to the Premier League, and we've been there for about 3 seasons, to be quite honest. So that's out the window. But they've accepted the loan deal, and the question is... Oh, no, it's just me being stupid. We have 71,000 wage budget. It took it out because it was 61, which means you had 10 left. That's fine. But that does mean that's a big chunk of our deal left. Now, that's going to be the only player I want to sign in January, in the summer transfer window. Like I said, I don't want to start messing around with the squad too much. If we get some offers in for some players and they look like really good offers, I will sell them and then we'll start looking to replace them. But the meantime, I want to kind of keep the squad as it is. And, in fact, before we get into this game, and yeah, just go along with it. Before we get in, we're going to go... And can I not set... Okay, I can't set trainings up because it's a game day. So we're going to jump straight in to the game day. It's our first pre-season tournament. We are going to be at home to RCD Mallorca. We're going to stick out the team... Oh, no, we're not. I'm going to play with the team and I'll be right back. So this is the team I'm going to go with for the first game of the pre-season then, guys. We're going to go the solid 4-4-2. I don't like playing with that formation as much in FIFA anymore because I feel like it's a bit old school, which, you know, a lot of people do say about. But when you get to a new club and you need to look round through their players, then playing a 4-4-2 is solid. You can get a feel for the team, and if there are other players who are performing, like we have a few cams in the club, you know, they'd rather play attacking midfield than just in the centre, so we can switch it up as we go along. But this is the team we're going to start with. We're going to go with our first team against this just to kick things off. I'm then going to go and sort the team out properly in the squad team management, all the team sheets, and then we can swap them out and play second teams and everything in the next pre-season friendlies, just to try everyone out, see if there's any hidden gems. But for the first game, we're going to go with Aluko and Loni Iheanacho. We've got him for 2 years, which is such a solid thing, and it's so great they introduced that into FIFA. We're going to be playing Ayete on the left-hand side. We've got Jozabed and Piezon in midfield. That's a solid partnership there, I believe, with Kearney over on the right. Right back, we've got Thomas Callas. I believe he used to play for Chelsea, or he might be on loan to us from Chelsea. I'm not too sure there. We've got Ream and Sigurdsson as the solid centre-back partnerships. Malone's over on the left-hand side. Button is in goal. We've got Parker, Martin, Cabano, Johansson, Girona, Madel and Obdui in on the bench. And because this is a pre-season and you can... Why has it gone to world class? There we go. As this is a pre-season and you can switch it up as you want, you can make 7 changes. We're going to be using all 7 substitutes. We make 3 at half time and then 4 more during the course of the we might not use them all, but we're going to see how it goes. That's how I like to do pre-season anyway, guys. You know, you can do it as and how you wish. But yeah, so like I said before, guys, we're going to sort of skip through pre-season for you, and I'm just going to show you any highlights of any goals. So if there's no goals, then there'll be a few shots that are going to be some good efforts that I'm going to show you. So hopefully we'll get some of that here. And yeah, let's get right into it. Well, this is a chance here. Oscar Diaz from the free kick. Oh, he's at the post. But yeah, you've got to go and pick that up, mate. Yeah, calm down, he's saying. Now, obviously this is only pre-season, but we do want to get a victory. Oh, sorry there, Oscar Diaz. He's just had a corker of a shot, and it's managed to hit the post. So sort my headphones out. There you can see it hits the corner of the post. It's a solid effort from the number 9. Nice stadium we're at here for the European International Cup. I'm very upset that Craven Cottage isn't on here. I was lied to. If I can find it, I'll take a screenshot of where I read that it was on the game. But you know, no. If I've missed something, guys, let me know. But I mean, it's too late now, so we're just going to have to deal with it. I didn't even have to be Fulham, but I've already made all the thumbnails and everything, so we've got to go with Fulham. And I've already planned everything there. It's a bit annoying, but there you go. Oscar Diaz is there again, and this time Button manages to make the save. He's been all over us at the minute. Definitely the best player on the pitch so far. Not going to take it too quickly. Good play short though, Sigurdsson. 3 minutes added on. It's Ream. Oh, it's a terrible ball forward to Rodriguez. Well, it's fallen to Rodriguez, I should say. Serrano is going to bring the ball away, and they're going to pass it round. The referee, I think, there is going to blow for half time. So that is half time then, guys, and 0-0. A solid performance, I suppose, in the first half. It wasn't too bad. My headphones are really annoying me, by the way. I do apologise if I keep playing with them, but you know, that's how things work. 0-0 the first performance, first half, not bad against Mallorca. Struggled a little bit, didn't really have too many chances. Oscar, their number 9, Oscar, whatever his name was actually really good for them. And he's had 2 cracking efforts. 1 hit the crossbar and 1 was saved. So we're still in this game, 0-0. Some of the scores around. Getafe are beating Numancia 1-0. Cottage are 2-0 up against Union Berlin. Apologies if I completely botched that name. And Toulouse are 2-0 up against Herenveen. Not sure which the other teams in our group is. It's half time actually, so we are going to make 3 substitutions. You are allowed 7 pre-season. We're going to bring Scotty Parker, get him involved. Can he play? No, he can't. I think Piezon's been playing well. We're going to give him some more time. We've got a lot of cams on the bench. We're going to bring on Odoi at left back. He should probably start really. And Aluko's not really done too much for him, so we're going to bring Martin on. Martin's a higher rated, but I think I prefer Aluko. He's just a bit of a household name, you could say. And what's quite important about that as well is, guys, if you've played career mode, is you have to increase the sales of shirts, and the best way to do that is to play the more popular players. Even if they're not the highest rated, if you play them more and they're in good form, then you'll get more sales shirts. It's actually really easy to complete the objective, but that's just a little thing that I've noticed. Anyway, into the second half, can we find a goal? We're going to start well here. Piazon, he's going to take a shot from outside the box. Oh, he's hit the crossbar, underside of the crossbar. It beat the keeper. Underside of the crossbar, could have gone anywhere. Fortunately, they were able to clear it. What a cracking shot from Piezon. He's a solid signing. We've only got him on short-term loan, which I think, is it 3 months or is it 6 months? I'm not too sure. Hopefully, if it is 6 months, it should take us into January, and we'll be able to pick him up again. I think it is 6 months because it's coming in January, so we're going to have to try and save some money. And if he has a really good 6 months here, and whoever, I'm not too sure who he actually plays for, but if he wants to stay, hopefully we can pick him up, because he's a solid player. And if you keep striking him like that, one of them's going to go in. And that's what we're going to need in this, is we're going to need some goals, because our defence isn't that going to be that great. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. They're in the box here. It's Matinho. Solid buttons. Pushed it out, and it's fallen into the path of Lugano Jr. And unfortunately, he manages to slice home the own goal. 1-0 here. Pre-season, we're losing, but it's only a group game. If we can win our other 2 games, then that will be fine. We can roll with it. But it was a good save initially from Button, whatever you want to call him. I think Button is what we'll go for. But unfortunately, pushed it straight into the hands of number 17, and to be quite honest, Lugano Junior Wakalibli, who I didn't even know that was his real name, but there you go, because I didn't say that anywhere apart from then, but he has been all over us the first half, and the second half he's managed to pick up a goal, so it puts us 1-0 down, which is a little bit annoying.
Okay guys, so unfortunately at this point, for some reason, my face cam actually died, and I made a bit of a fatal error. I was recording the audio through the face cam, which I will never ever do again. I know I should record it separately. I was trying to just save a bit of time, but there you go. You learn from your mistakes, and you get punished for them, so I won't ever be doing that again. Unfortunately, we've lost the rest of the audio and the face cam for the rest of this video, but basically it's pre-season, so I'm just going to cut it all out. Nothing actually ever happened, and basically we lost our second game. We lost the first game, so we're pretty much out as well of the group of the tournament. So I'll leave the table up on screen now for you guys, but I'm going to shorten this episode to here. There'll be another episode for you in a couple of days' time, and hopefully we'll have resolved all the issues then. Thank you guys so much for watching. Apologies for the abrupt ending, I suppose, as you would. Yeah, really sorry about that. We'll definitely get it sorted for next time, and we'll try not to make that errors again. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Any comments you want to make, be sure to do so in the comment section down below. Hit subscribe if you're new around here for some new series of FIFA 17 coming to my channel this year. Thank you guys so much again, and until next time, goodbye.